We're entitled to know the truth before we give a mind-altering drug to our children, our wife, our mother, our father, ourselves.
We don't really know what they're doing. That's what scares me. It's all made-up theory. There are no facts about what these drugs really do. And if someone said, well, we don't know what this is going to do to you, good or bad, would you take that medication?
Now that is not the practice of medicine. That's the practice of marketing. And this practice of marketing is taking lives. And the poor patient doesn't even know it.
Nella sperimentazione e marketing di farmaci psicotropi, il denaro ha la meglio sulla sicurezza. I primi 10 farmaci psicotropi più prescritti fruttano più di 26 miliardi e mezzo di dollari all'anno, più del doppio dei nuovi soldi messi in circolazione ogni anno dalla zecca degli Stati Uniti. Ma per ottenere tale ammontare di denaro, gli psichiatri devono prima convincere la più cruciale fetta di mercato, chi ha il potere di fare prescrizioni.
Psychiatrists specifically, they're just kind of working as sales agents for the pharmaceutical companies.
There's nothing like another doctor touting the benefits of your drug to drive market share.
They're an extended part of the marketing arm of these companies.
Medications play a primary role.
We give drugs.
Medication is a must.
There's a lot of new medications.
There are medications available for treating GAD.
Medications to use for PTSD.
Antipsychotic medications.
Atypical antipsychotics.
Benzodiazepines.
Stimulants.
Antidepressant medications.
MAOIs. Amphetamines.
Anticonvulsant medications.
Once the medications have been balanced out,
then we move on to a combination of 3 medicines. There's no absolute limit that is set for the number of medications.
There are so many choices.
Apparently we're willing to try almost anything.
Gli psicofarmaci non possono essere venduti senza prescrizione medica, quindi le case farmaceutiche spingono gli psichiatri a promuovere gli psicofarmaci ai loro colleghi medici che fanno prescrizioni. Il percorso dei soldi inizia nelle scuole mediche più prestigiose al mondo, negli uffici degli psichiatri più influenti in campo universitario o accademico. Con la loro approvazione le case farmaceutiche guadagnano miliardi nella vendita di psicofarmaci.
There are a lot of academic psychiatrists especially who have ties to 10 or 15 or 20 different pharmaceutical companies, and so they're making a very large amount of money.
Whether they're professors or whether they work at big, medical institutions, those drug companies will make sure that they've got them on the payroll somehow.
They'll have this person feed this information to their other peers, but it's all being motivated through monies being funded by pharmaceutical companies.
About 40% of the early stage marketing dollars for pharmaceutical companies go straight to these thought leaders, psychiatrists.
Questi accordi finanziari con i cosiddetti opinion leader chiave sono molto lucrativi. I più importanti psichiatri universitari possono guadagnare dalle case farmaceutiche più di $500,000 all'anno.
These people are still considered the stars of their medical centers because they bring in all this great money from the pharmaceutical companies, and that helps keep the coffers of the medical center full.
Universities receive a lot of money from the pharmaceutical industry. Drug companies are building buildings right next to the medical school. They're funding research right and left.
The University of Michigan Depression Center received, I think it was $750,000 from Eli Lilly, and all they do down there is crank out this biological view of psychiatry and mental illness and depression.
Con psichiatri universitari che riscuotono milioni di dollari sugli psicofarmaci per le loro università, non c'è da sorprendersi che il programma di studi si focalizzi sui farmaci psicotropi.
Training programs in psychiatry, the majority of them now are drugs first. You're really a psychopharmacologist in a way when you come out of a psych residency training program.
Even when I went to medical school, psychiatrists did talk to patients. Now all they do is write a prescription and send them away.
A psychiatrist is trained for one purpose, to administer psychiatric drugs.
Gli psichiatri universitari non solo indottrinano i futuri dottori che faranno le prescrizioni, promuovono fortemente questi psicofarmaci ai loro colleghi, innanzitutto inventando studi su test clinici che vengono spacciati come ricerca imparziale per un disturbo psichiatrico inventato, con il relativo psicofarmaco per curarlo. Questi studi vengono pubblicati nelle riviste professionali per essere letti dai loro colleghi e citati nei media. Ma ciò che i lettori non sanno è che circa il 50% delle volte gli psichiatri non hanno mai preso parte a questi studi.
One of the most unethical practices we're aware of is ghostwriting of journal articles, where somebody at the pharmaceutical company will write the paper and the academic physician will put his name on it and get it published in a major journal when he maybe changed 3 or 4 words in the whole article, and the article was basically written as a marketing tool by the drug company, and yet this academic puts his name on it as if he's the author.
He has had no part in the study, and also he probably hasn't even read the study results, but he is prepared to receive $10,000, $20,000 to put his name at the front of the research, which gives it added authority.
Accreditarsi opere senza esserne l'autore è così comune che addirittura il nome dello psichiatra che dirige le perizie sulla sicurezza dei farmaci psichiatrici del Dipartimento dell'FDA appare in tali opere.
The average physician picks that up and reads it. He believes it. And it's not a mystery that he would believe it. It seems reasonable that it's in black and white, it's in a good journal, it's in the New England Journal of Medicine, it must be true.
Queste riviste sono spesso spedite gratuitamente agli psichiatri e ai medici con l'apparenza di ricerca medica legittima. E perché sono gratuite? Perché gli annunci pubblicitari sui farmaci fruttano ingenti somme ai loro editori.
So if you go through a medical journal, you'll see page after page of advertising for bipolar disorder and treatment of using medications, or advertisings for depression and treatment of using medications, schizophrenia. So it's really everywhere.
I remember just a couple of years ago, the first time I opened the journal from the American Psychological Association called the APA Monitor, and there was a multi-page ad, high gloss, very expensive for Concerta, which is time-release Ritalin. I resigned from the American Psychological Association. I wasn't going to be part of this whatsoever.
It's very hard when your major source of income is advertising and advertising placement to write an article that's negative about a particular drug and expect that company to continue to buy ads in your medical journal. So that's a major issue.
Ma gli opinion leader chiave della psichiatria non sono soddisfatti di riempire riviste mediche con articoli senza esserne l'autore. Diffondono il loro messaggio su farmaci psicotropi in conferenze di istruzione post-universitaria medica.
Physicians and nurse practitioners and physicians assistants are mandated to take a certain amount of continuing education credits every year. Well, 70% of all continuing medical education is now funded by the pharmaceutical industry.
That seminar is going to be taught by a professional who is employed by the pharmaceutical company. The very nature of where someone is giving you your support means you are biased to that person's side.
Many physicians and many psychiatrists who attend medical conferences don't know that when they go to that conference meeting that's about antidepressants, antipsychotics, and it's generally an academic psychiatrist who's speaking, they don't realize that person's probably making about $10,000 for that 1-hour speech.
Non è necessario che tu sia uno psichiatra universitario per prendere parte della ricompensa. Gli psichiatri che prescrivono molti psicofarmaci vengono generosamente ricompensati dai rappresentanti delle vendite di prodotti farmaceutici per aumentare gli affari localmente.
Psychiatrists, especially high prescribers, are targeted and gifted extensively by the industry. Now that gifting is where you need to get specific.
That was not unusual during our marketing conversations to say, well, what's our top drug writer? You know, who's the doctor that's prescribing the most of this drug? Well, you know, let's send them to the Kentucky Derby.